You know how when you go to decide if you want to buy something or shop somewhere or use some business or service, one of the things that you can do is read the past reviews to figure out if it's a good service or not? I'm going to tell you to be super, super careful with that and maybe just ignore them altogether. And let me give you an example of why. A while back, I posted on my personal Facebook profile a contest I was having for my business, Legiit. It was one of those things where you can share it and you can retweet it and do these things and get more points, and at the end, the winner gets a prize. Well, one guy who I have no idea who he was commented on it and said, "I wouldn't trust that company. I got scammed." Well, I don't like to hear that because, we try to do a great job. So I looked him up. No customer would buy this guy's name. So I sent him a message. I said, "Did you maybe go under a different name or a different email or something like that?" He goes, "Nope, but I got scammed, but I guess I should just keep my mouth shut." I was like, "Well, I'd like to help." And he's like, "Well," and then days later he comes back, "It was a product called Traffic Viper and it never worked." Guess what? Legiit doesn't have a product called Traffic Viper, and neither do I or any of my other businesses. But it didn't stop this guy from going and calling my business a scam. I told him that. I said that we don't have anything to do with a product like that. I'm sorry that you got scammed. And he didn't reply until a month later. He came back and said, "Oh yeah, I guess you were right. That was another company." So this guy went and blasted this negative review calling my business a scam, which by the way has legal implications, and just apologize a month later because who gives a fuck, right? He can type whatever he wants. So that's just one example. I know all kinds of things like this that have happened. So be really, really cautious on who you listen to. Not just influencers and gurus and any of that shit, but reviews too. Like regular people get things wrong all the time, or they're just stupid. Not that saying that this guy was necessarily stupid, but he did something very irresponsible and reckless. So be careful the reviews that you leave. Be careful the reviews that you believe, and just use your own judgment and your own brain and to determine if it's something that makes sense or if it's something you should say or not. And then I think we'd all be a little better off.